morning, everyone. Happy Scrap Saturday. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to get right to it because, as you can see, I've already started. What I did was flip over my previous layouts that I did on my last video. So I'll show you that. And basically, I just want to use the other side. I've been thinking about this for a little while. And I know that when we make a process video, it is a lot of work. Sometimes we can't put everything and all of our thought process out there. So I hope you don't mind. This is how I work, especially when I use my Cricut. I do have to prepare for it so that I can sit down and then get most of my layout done. There are two things that I did today. I used my Cricut, and I'll get to that in a second, and I also used my Cuttlebug. And I've been, throwing this idea around for a little while, and I wanted to share it with you, and I hope it works out. Again, this is my idea. I do this with you live, and I don't know why I laugh at that all the time. I think it's funny. And so what I did was just take some regular Recollections plain white cardstock, and I ran it through my Cuttlebug, and I cut it just like an A2 size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so that one sheet will give you 4 squares. And for this layout here, I'm using stars because it is a bedtime layout. And I already went ahead and did my journaling for this one because I did want to include it for this. So again, my tip is, if you know what your picture is and you want to get some journaling on there, do it first. So you don't have that pause, that limbo, that empty space, that wandering mind. This is just what helps me. I mean, if it doesn't help you, don't do it. This is an awesome photo that I took of my son, and my camera doesn't focus. It's just a regular photo camera, so that's the best that I can give you. So I don't know, I can't move it any closer so you can see all the detail, but these are awesome pictures that I took with, I believe it was with my cell phone, and so it matches the pictures on the other side. This is the continuation of that night when my husband went out to the stag. My son and I had a sleepover, or I call it a sleepover, together alone. We had kind of a date night thing, and he loves to hold up a flashlight and tell me stories. So that's kind of where I've gotten that out. Onto this side of the page. This is where I really want to inspire you to use the tools you already have. So I have a Cricut, and I know that a lot of people out there are now trading in their Cricuts for silhouettes, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that there's right or wrong, but if you're stuck in a rut and you're looking at everything else and, oh, I wish I had a silhouette, etc., look at what you already have. And I had so much fun cutting out all these words. So one of the cartridges that I used was the Opposites Attract, and it was page 125, and they have all these love words. And so I just picked whichever one I thought, and for this one, I used the upright basic feature. And for this jumbo love word, I picked the basic one, but with the shift. I had to think there for a second. The little lyrical letters cartridge, I cut out the love you all together, and I love the way this one turned out. I think it's kind of funky, and it's just the basic one on there with no extra, no extra features. And then I used the loop-de-loo, and I cut out this I love you, which is really nice and detailed. And again, your Cricut cuts out fine. You just have to play around with it. This is Recollections cardstock, so it's the same as I used on the other side of the page. And then the bottom one, which is 3 separate words, the I love you, and there's the I over here, was using the Jasmine cartridge, and I cut that out of the basic one as well. So look up your cartridges. Some cartridges are, these are pretty old. I'm sure you have newer ones. So look them up, see what you've got, play around, and this is where I'm starting. So it's another double page layout. Bear with me, and I hope we have some fun. I did pick out some flare badges, and these are also from Recollections, and they're very paper-like. They don't have any glossiness to them. This one says, "Oh My Love," and this one is an ampersand because I believe my title is going to be Hugs and Kisses. And this is a picture of my son and I, and he's giving me a big smoocha, that's what I call it. And this is him giving me a goodnight kiss. This photo is extremely precious to me. Looking at it, sometimes I'll go back to it on my phone. I hope I carry this in my heart for a long time. It's so personal and so precious that, you know, sharing it online and doing this layout with you, and you can see how many loves I've cut out. It's because there's nothing like it in the world. It's the bond between a parent and a child, and for me, he's my little baby boy, and I love both my kids very much, so there is no separation there, but it is a precious, precious memory in my heart, and this is why I scrapbook. So I hope that you get that sense from me that, you know, I'm doing this and I'm showing you and I'm sharing with you, but it means a lot to me. The YouTube is just an outlet. It's just an inspiration for you. So please find those photos, print them out, take photos with your children, make those precious memories, and enjoy them. Okay. Boy, I get sappy. I get really, really sappy with you guys. But I do want to say that last weekend, I did not put up a video because I was extremely busy. And I'm going to give a shout out to Celine Scrapbooker because you are an absolute doll. Thank you so much for emailing me and finding out if I was okay. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. My daughter did break her arm, so we were a little bit busy. That will be my next layout for next week. But she's doing fine. Everything's okay. She's got a wicked cast on her now, and I think she's going to be just fine. But I'll talk about that next week. So back to the layout. I'm still using, so this is from my Scraptastic kit, and I'm still using up all that stuff. And I am going to use the same thickers I did last week, which I don't know where the packaging is because I left it open like this. But it is the sketchbook ones. And I believe that's where I'm going to use the Hugs and Kisses. And I'm going to supplement some of the pattern paper, again bringing in some of my old stuff, which I encourage you to do as well. And this is my Mind's Eye 6x6, I don't know what it's called, Away We Go. And I just thought that that was the right kind of colors and patterns that I wanted to bring into this layout. And I already did flip through this, and I like the clouds, and I like the arrows. I think that's about it. I think that's all I wanted to use on this side. And I'm just going to cut that down. With my big honking scissors. I think that's the way I want to leave it. So I'm just playing along here with you. I'm just so glad that I was able to bring out my Cricut and use it. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like, I don't know, I'm not wasting it. I don't know how to explain that. Just sometimes I see all those wonderful cuts that everybody has, and I think, don't we have something like that? I think we do. So, let's see. I'm gonna reach for my Tombow and start gluing things down. No, I'm reaching for my ATG. Sorry. Just kind of thought about that. I'm like, oh, what did I just say? Okay. I think I want to leave some more of that cloud exposed. I don't want to cover up my forehead here, but I do want to tuck in the word like that. So again, I'm just going to roll with my ATG and add some adhesive back there and then play with it again. I believe I'm going to have to add some back here. Now, when you use, if you want to, the other side of your paper, obviously you don't want to be using brads or anything that's going to pierce your paper. And I truly want to use more of my paper on each side, because sometimes I feel that I love both sides of the pattern. And I have enough of my old patterned paper that I've purchased over the 500 years of scrapbooking that, you know, why should I put it to waste? Why not put it to good use? And I feel that supplementing, you know, your kits with your older paper gives you the best of both worlds. Again, this is just my opinion, but then you don't feel guilty about the stuff you already have, but you get to enjoy the trendy new stuff that everybody else online is using. And I am so happy with my Scraptastic paper and kits. They're awesome. They have so much in them. I feel like I've been, you know, brought up to speed and current to date with everything. And it kind of encourages me too, and it makes your layout so fast because everything's just there. Everything that you want. So I'm just trying to glue everything down. I know that's a little bit tedious for you guys, but I'm loving the way these cutouts are looking. And I do have some other cartridges linked to my Gypsy, which I'm going to have to take a look at because I believe there are more words and fonts and stuff that I can cut out. And I think basically what I would do, I mean, I did this right now just before I started recording, and it took me maybe 5 minutes to cut these out. But I do believe that if you've got some spare time or while you're watching this video or somebody else's video, maybe that's the time to be cutting out a few of the things that you'd like or for some of your favorite words. And that way it's, you know, double duty again, so that when you do need your titles and your words, they're already cut out. Okay, so I know that's where my title's gonna go, kind of anchored by that ormolu cutout. I believe that's what that's called. And this is my last one. And I know you can do a whole bunch of stuff with your Gypsy and other stuff if you want to weld some words together, or I guess with your Cricut Design Studio you can design some yourself. I don't have any of those, so you know, use what you've got. You don't have to go out and buy anything new or go crazy with anything. Alright, so the Oh My Love is going to go there. I'm loving it. Love, love, love it. I'm easily pleased. I'm sorry if that's annoying. And yes, I scrapbook really fast because I don't want to overthink it. Sometimes I overthink it. Then I have to walk away. Then it's not fun. I don't know if I want to layer that up. Hugs and kisses. Let's see. Now I do see that a lot of people online reinforce their thickers with extra glue. I sometimes do that off camera when I'm done because I do notice that, you know, they won't last in the album or you find them at the bottom. So if that's something that you need to do right away, then please do so. Reinforce your stickers for sure, or your letter stickers. I don't think that's gonna fit like that. And there are not enough S's. What shall I do? Okay, time to dig into my stash, and I will be right back. I've got those. I've got red. Okay. I don't even know if this one has any extra S's, but I will find out. And no. Wow, who knew S's were so popular? Did you guys know? Okay. So that goes back to the sticker sheet. Hugs and kisses. Now, I made a comment on my last video when I was gluing down acetate and I was just using my A to G, and I said, for the time that you spend worrying about the perfection of your pages, and then to be honest with yourself about how many times you or anyone else is going to critically look at your pages, I really want to stress that again, because I am on a mission to make scrapbooking fun again for everyone. Something that, you know, you really, really love doing. And so when you're thinking, you know, it has to be perfect and it has to be perfect and it all has to, you know, work out perfectly, stop doing that to yourself, because you're not going to look at this every day, are you? I don't know. Maybe you are, and then don't take my advice, and that's fine. But really, how many times do you open up your album to look at your stuff? Are you going to be that critical of it, and you're just going to move on to the next layout anyway? So just go with the flow. Don't be afraid to have to substitute your letters for something else that's available, because it's okay. It's all right. I didn't even glue that down yet because I am looking for my foam dots. And I'm going to raise that up. Yes, I am. Okay. Everything's glued down. Everything is awesome. Oh, that's like the Lego song. Everything is awesome. All right. Good. What else do I want to do? Absolutely nothing, because I love it. Add a wood veneer, maybe. Oh my goodness, I love that. You are my whole heart. Is that crazy? That is so cute. That's for another page. What else do I have? Oh yes, enamel dots, puffy stickers. We've got everything in these kits just to make it that much easier, that much faster. Okay, that's good. Where do I want to add one of these? Do I not want to add? Ooh. All right, I'm going to give in. I'm going to do it on camera. It's going to be the longest video just from gluing everything down. Just fast forward if you don't want to watch it. Okay. So now they get all slidey when they have the glue. That's good. Nope, no puffy stickers. They're not calling out my name. Enamel dots. Yes, these are the most fun things I've ever seen. They're just so cute. So cute. And I really like the cascading sizes that look like splatters. I love it. Okay, so for me, in my mind, that page is good. That's how it's going in the album. I love it. There's no journaling for this one because, again, it's part of my project life. So I know that there will be something written up about it. And so I'm good with that one. So remember, it was that page, and now the back of this paper, I'm using up the polka dots and filled it in. Next page. So my idea here is to keep these photos together. I do have some glue on my fingers and I don't want to get it on the photos. Just to keep some of this white border but keep the photos together. And again, I'm using my PictureMate and I've got the older version of the PictureMate. It's not a newer digital one. And I love it. I love that I can quickly print out the photos that I want at home. And I do believe that, you know, we're just socially moving towards smaller photographs, which I don't know. Maybe it is better and it's not. I'm not sure. You know, maybe you feel that it's not giving you what you need, so print larger photos. There's never any right or wrong, so just do what it is that you need. Now, I'm going to be using this because I have no idea if there is enough letters. Bedtime stories is what I want to write. See if I can make it. No, there's no S again. Right, so it's not going to be stories, it's going to be story. How about that? Great. Okay. So, again, I'm going to be using the same paper pad for this side. And I normally use my 6x6 for cards, but I'm on a mission to use up my stash. And that's what I'm going to do this year. I'm not going to feel guilty for having, you know, purchased some new stuff, and I'm not going to feel bad anymore. I just want to enjoy everything. The stuff that I bought, the stuff that I have, the stuff that I have coming. Okay. So my idea behind doing this, and I don't know if I'm repeating myself, so pardon me, is because everyone's using gesso, molding paste, etc., etc. So what I want to do is see what it's like to use this. I'm going to try it on some scrap paper that I have left over from my Cricut, because I haven't used my Mr. Huey's Misters. I don't have one of those demo, you know, keychain things. Do I like that color? I do. So what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to be using my Mr. Huey's in shell, and I'm going to be spraying it and kind of letting it ooze down. So I'm just going to take my heat gun and I'm going to quickly dry that up a little bit. No, seriously, it's starting a fire. All right. Love it. Love the way it looks. Now, when I see people online doing their, you know, gesso and molding paste and whatnot, they do a lot of layering and a lot of stamping on top. So again, we're just mimicking that, you know, textured plate or whatever you call those. What do you call those? Masks that people lay over and then they rub over. So you've already got that raised effect with your embossing folder. And so I don't think I can stamp on this directly straight enough. And this is a Dear Lizzie stamp that I got from, it's like a Marshall's type store here in Canada. It's called Winners. So I know that the chevrons are not coming out the way they're supposed to be, but that's okay with me because I know that it's just going to be just for more added layered effect. And this does dry lighter, and it's the Hero Arts Shadow Ink and Charcoal. So that's good with me. That's looking great. Then I'm going to move that back. Got my bedtime story there. Loving that. Don't know if I can use that. That's really cute. That's really cute. I know. I'm easily pleased. Just love it. I'm reaching for a wood veneer star. I'm gonna open up the Studio Calico stars. And I'm just reaching for my X-Acto knife. Pierce a hole in here. And here. See what we can do with these. believe it's the lighter ones that I want to fish out. All different sizes. So I'm liking that. That's really good. It's awesome. And I think I'm going to lightly spray my journaling card again with the Mr. Huey's shell. And these are the original or official Becky Higgins journaling cards. So just wanted to bring some of that yellow over to the other side. And geotag for the top there. Okay, I'm liking that. So now I'm going to go backwards and I'm going to start gluing everything down. So using my HEG, and I'm really loving the way that this textured background, I'm going to call it, turned out. It was an experiment today because I did want to do it on another layout. So the idea that I had in my head is what I think I want to do with it. And it gives me a chance to not only try out something different and mimic something that we see online, but it also gives me a chance to use my Cuttlebug and to use what I already have. And that to me is very important. So that's turning out really cute. Some more Tombow for the top for this. So cut out. And a red little star in there. Absolutely. No, it's good. It's good. Gonna kind of layer that over the F a little bit. Bring back my stars. Trying to get the lighter ones on the darker cardstock a little bit. I did pick out the wood veneer one. I might layer it right here. Ooh, and geotag moved. All right, don't want to forget my bedtime story title. So I will move that over because I do want to layer it right here. And again, I'll go back and reinforce these with some glue once I'm off camera. Nope, that's way better up here. So Okay. That's very good. I'm going to use foam square to raise that up. And I'm thinking I'm going to cut up a few of these and use that to raise up some stars, just to give them more dimension as well. And I believe that I will go back and reinforce those with glue. I usually do that too, just because foam dots, again, the adhesive is not bad, but it's not the greatest after a little while. So we'll just raise this up a little bit. Oops. Oh my goodness, I put it on the wrong side. As I tell you that they're not sticky, they're completely sticking to my fingers. Okay. What do I have left here? I don't like that one raised up. Well, that's gonna lay flat. I want this one raised up? No, I don't. Okay, so bedtime stories, everything is good. Any washi tape? Not really. All that's left is some baby stars to stick down. And I'm not going to do that on camera. I can't do that to you. I just can't. So that's pretty much done. I mean, there's going to be a few more little baby stars, and you'll see that, you know, at the end with my photos. Thank you so much for watching my double page opposite side layout. And I'm just using the Blizzard Mr. Huey's mist. But it's not giving me what I want. It's not sprinkling enough. No, I love it. It's good. It's great. Okay, thank you so much for everything, for subscribing, for watching, for commenting, for having fun. Use your Cricut. It's good. It works. Look up your cartridges. Look on the back. Look up the pages, you know, the little pages, the index pages. Play around with it. Cut out, you know, from white paper. Make it look like what you see online. Have fun. Take romantic photos with your family and loved ones. Print them out. Save your memories. Use the other side of your pages. Fake out some of the trends that you see online. This looks spectacular. I love it. I love this layout. It took a little bit longer than the other side, and even longer because I had to cut these out. But, you know, when you're watching the videos, go get your Cricut cartridges and cut everything out. I want you to be inspired. I am going to win. This is you are going to be inspired. You're all going to get out your Cricut cartridges. You're all going to use them. You're going to cut out everything. You're going to play around with it, and you're going to have a blast. It's all for you. Enjoy your hobby. You know, get lost in the moment. Cherish what we do. I don't know what else to tell you, but I love my time in my craft room. It's very precious. I only have a little bit of time. You know, I've got 2 kids and a full-time job, just like all of you out there. I know life is busy, but just take a Saturday morning, come and join me, get your photos ready, and have fun. Okay? Thank you so much. Lots of hugs, and see you next Saturday.